Hello and welcome back to the Sit and Talk podcast, where I sit down and I talk about whatever comes to my mind. So this week I was kind of stuck on a podcast idea and what I should do. I wasn't really sure what topic I wanted to talk about or how long it was going to be, if I wanted to do it with someone or not. And I decided, since this is my 10th podcast, I'll just do it alone. And since I'm almost done with uni now, I got about a month to go. I decided, hey, why not reflect on my first year at uni? Obviously I'm not done all the way, but I'm not going to change classes anymore, and from here on out, it's just, I need to prepare for my exams, so, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. First, we're gonna talk about, inside of uni, school, everything I do there. So, the way that my course works is that it's an applied sciences course, so every 8 weeks, I get a new set of classes, which is 4 new classes every 8 weeks, and I do 4 of these 8-week blocks. So in total, I go through 16 classes. So for my first block, I had a finance course, a management course, a personal development course, and a business English course. Then my second block, I had a marketing course, a cross-cultural awareness course, an ethics course, and a math course. The third block I had was an economics course, a entrepreneur course, the same business English, but the second version of that, which was a little different. And then after that, once again, I had a personal development course, which was an add-on to the first personal development course. Then in block 4, I had the same entrepreneur course, but just adding on. I also have an IT course, a supply chain course, and a business research course. So a couple are repeating, but you're always learning new stuff in them. So for the business English course, at first we started off just analyzing texts, kind of reading them through, trying to find different words that could be substituted into places to make stuff a completely different meaning, just really being nitpicky and making sure we understand everything that's going on. And in the second part of the business English course, it was more about role playing and being able to present yourself and present in front of a class and do that kind of stuff. Then the personal development course, I also had 2 of those. So my first personal development course was more about focusing on myself and how I could become better and what I can do best. And then the second part of the personal development course is how I can apply myself to the outside world, how I can make the world a better place, so to say. It's just courses that repeat like that are always just adding on new stuff. So what I've learned about international business in general is that there's so many different facets and just different areas that you can go into in the business world. There's things like human relations, management, accounting, finances, marketing, entrepreneurship, There's just so many different things that you can really apply yourself into, and I find human relations, I find that it's really interesting, but you have to have a lot of patience with people. And you need to be able to kind of work your way around to try and see if you can get what you want from that person. That's kind of what I've taken out of it. And, there's a lot to do with negotiating, and I'll cover that a little bit later when I'm talking about entrepreneurship. But the other things that really interest me are management. Management's really cool because you have so many different relationships with people, and you need to be able to figure out how to motivate those people and how to inspire them, and basically just being a leader and being in control of the situation to make sure that everyone knows what they're doing, everyone knows how to go about those tasks, whatever it is that they have to do. And yeah, I find management a really cool subject to go into. I also grew up, my dad is a manager, so I always grew up hearing stories about how he had to control a situation, or the friendships that he's made, or the relationships that he's built on, and stuff like that. So it was kind of like starting that course, I already had a really positive mindset on that. I was like, oh, this is really cool. This is what my dad does. So I think that influenced me quite a bit, but nonetheless, I still really enjoy it. After that comes accounting and finance. That's something that is super, super important when it comes to a business. I'm really glad that I learned how to do, balance sheets and statements of cash flow and all that. But for me, it's just kind of, I find it to be a little bit boring and a little bit tedious. It's just repeat work where you just got to plug stuff in and make sure you're doing all the calculations right. And it's a very numbers based job when it comes to finances, and that's something that I'm kind of, it's really important to know, but I don't think that I'll be delving into that any further, to be honest. The next thing that's really cool was marketing. I found marketing to be the most challenging thing for me, because you have to be very convincing, or try and be very convincing, depending on what you're either representing or what you're trying to sell. Or my bad, I had to close the window right there. There's a lot of stuff going on outside. But yeah, marketing. You have to be really convincing, try and convince people of what you're selling, or what you're representing, or what you're doing. For me, I found that a bit difficult, because I feel like if I'm not fully behind what I'm trying to sell, or if I don't fully love what is happening, I'm not like as motivated to do it. But still, nonetheless, it was super cool to see, how all that functions. And the last thing that I've learned so far this year that I find a lot of fun is entrepreneurship. You have to be highly motivated, like you got to really want it. You have to have a lot of confidence in yourself, or else, if you don't have confidence in yourself, no one else will. But there's still so much for me to learn about that, and it's a lot of fun, I would say. Um, for our entrepreneur course, we had to start a business um, within 16 weeks and have it fully functional, selling products, whatever it is that you're doing. And my company, that my three friends, one of them dropped out now. He wasn't like really a friend, he was just kind of there. Um, but my two good friends and I, we started a company called Earthly Oils, which is it's a palm oil free shampoo alternative. So for everyone that doesn't know what palm oil is, it's basically just a filler that is used in every product, really. And it's causing massive deforestation in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia. And there's a type of orangutan there called the Sumatran orangutan, and um, they're on the highly endangered extinction list. I think that's what it's called. Or they're nearly extinct, basically. Um, and this is all because of the production of palm oil. So you have to go in, you have to cut down all the habitats, you either burn it or whatnot, like whatever you have to do to clear out land so you can plant these palm oil plants. And because of that, a lot of orangutans are either getting trampled to death by machinery, or on fire from burning down the forests, or getting shot by gun. It's a horrible thing to see, just because some company wants to make profit off of palm oil. It's really, really sad, actually. And the estimates are, if we don't do anything about it by 2022, all of the orangutans, the Sumatran orangutans, that species of orangutan, will be completely extinct, which just sucks. Like, we're the most advanced life forms in the world, and we can't save orangutans, all because a couple companies want to make money off of palm oil. It's super sad. So we decided we wanted to make some sort of step in trying to make this problem go away, or at least minimize it. So we created a palm oil free shampoo that, as it says in the name, there's no palm oil in it. There's no byproduct of palm oil. Palm oil is really sneaky as well. That's why not a lot of people know about it. But palm oil has 200 different chemical names that you can put into your products, and you find it everywhere, from bread to cheese to shampoo. Um, it's in every product, basically, because it's a great filler. It's super cheap, but it's very bad for the environment, and actually it's quite unhealthy for you, because say you have a shampoo with palm oil and you put that on your body, all that can get absorbed into your skin and increase your cholesterol levels, which can it can lead to brain problems like brain diseases. It can lead to heart diseases. It's really not very healthy for you at all. But since no one really knows about it, it's just kind of flying under the radar undetected, even though it's really wreaking havoc in some places. So we wanted to tackle that and try and make something out of that. But sadly, like a lot of businesses, we didn't succeed. It's not, it's there's actually like a 90% failure rate in most businesses within the first 5 years, like entrepreneurial startups. Um, but really what did it for us was the time constraint of 16 weeks. It was not enough time to find a right supplier. It wasn't enough time to make sure we had everything in place. It was just, yeah, it was all kind of rushed. So now we're just kind of doing a simulation of it. But still, just from that, I've learned so much through it. My friends, at least one of my friends, Alexi, and I, we're definitely going to try and keep it up, like actually try and start it once our uni is over, and do it throughout the summer and then next year and see how long we can keep it going for. Because I mean, Amsterdam is such an amazing place for environmentally friendly products or anything that's trying to help the world. Just because everyone here is so environmentally conscious, everyone loves being outside, everybody enjoys the outdoors, and no one wants to see that destroyed. So yeah, Amsterdam is really just a great city for this kind of a product. And we have quite a niche market right now because, I mean, literally every shampoo, other than ones that are marketed without palm oil, have palm oil in them because it's just such an easy filler to put in. And yeah, we figured that, hey, if anyone's gonna do it, we should try, because why not? Um, so it's super fun. Along with that entrepreneur course, I got to do my first like company pitch. So we had to stand in front of, I think it was 4 different classes and a couple of investors from outside of school and a bunch of teachers. And we had to give our business pitch, which was 5 minutes long. So, I mean, in front of 100 plus people, it was quite nerve wracking, but I would say that it went quite well. We have a video of it, and I'm very happy how it went. I got the crowd to laugh a couple times, so I feel like I built some sort of rapport with them. And even that, like, that's such a big deal because not everyone gets the chance to present in front of hundreds of people. And being able to do that in my first year of uni, I feel like that's just gave me so much confidence in my public speaking now. Because also in class, like I said, we've had to do a lot of presentations, a lot of role playing. The role playing ones, they were all super interesting. It's kind of funny because, like, everything about talking with people, when it comes to role playing, for me at least, it went out the window. Like, I was super robotic. I was super, like, sticking to the script. It was very strange because we had a super strict teacher, and we had to simulate a debate. So I was the head chairman, and then there was the proposition team and the opposition team. I'm sure that I just messed that up, and yeah, that's probably not right. But there's the team that's for it and the team that's against it. And being the chairman, the moderator, I have to keep everything under control, and it just felt super strange. Like I had to stick to a specific script, a specific schedule. Everyone got to talk for a certain amount of minutes. It just felt really weird. But I got to do 3 of those, one practice one and 2 that were for grades, in different courses. One was in economics and one was in that business English 2 course. But I loved every second of it still, just being able to practice that in front of people. And yeah, it's a great way to learn. It's really hands-on learning. It's an applied science course, so we get to do so much stuff like that. And I find it super fun. But if I could pick like one course that I wish I could do throughout the whole entire year, it would definitely be that entrepreneurship course, just because it's something I've never done before. Like, you can learn finances at anywhere, you can learn management anywhere, but actually hands-on experience of creating a company and having the school fully support you and give you a structure and give you all these mentors that can help you out. Because I know every time we have class, there's about 15 of us in our group, or 11 to be exact. And there's 3 teachers for 11 people. Like, that's so insane to think of. But every time we had one of those entrepreneurship classes and it was our company's turn to go, we always had 3 teachers there that we could go to and talk and ask questions and see what they think about certain ideas, and they would help us out. It was super, super cool. And when we realized that we weren't going to be able to make a product because of the time constraints, we all thought that we were like super screwed. We thought we weren't going to pass the course, we weren't going to get our credits. Like, we all thought we were going to have to repeat the course next year. We were all super worried. And then when we got to class, it was the complete opposite. The teacher was like, yes, thank God you guys failed. Like, this is such a great learning experience. You guys can see how it is to bounce back from it now, because we still have to meet all the criteria. So now we just completely have to shift our focus from trying to sell a product to now, what we're trying to do now is just raise awareness in total, about the problem, get people thinking about it, get people talking about it. That's really what our whole goal is now. And it's really cool to see, because up until a couple days ago, we were all really nervous. We were like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna pass this course? And then coming to class with a failure and not getting shut down was honestly one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in a classroom. Like, it's better than any test grade I've received back. If I got a 10 out of 10 on a test, that it literally doesn't compare to it, because we all genuinely thought we were screwed, because there's, out of the 3 people there, one is a student still. He's doing like an honors course where he helps younger students, and he's done the same course and everything. And he told us, he was like, watch out, man, once you guys don't have a product, you guys are probably screwed. Like, Larissa, our teacher, the woman that helps us out, he was like, she doesn't take it lightly. Like, she's probably gonna roast you guys a lot. Like, be prepared for that and all that. So we were like, oh fuck, man, we're gonna get destroyed. Like, this is not gonna be a fun hour and a half sitting here just getting roasted by her. And then when we walked in, she was just super happy for us that we failed. It's like, literally, she was happy that we failed, but not in a bad way. But it was just kind of like, she understands that failure is where you have the most learning experiences. And yeah, it was just super, super cool to be in that environment where she's proactively trying to help us and trying to set us up to succeed, and try and see future failures that we can tackle right now so they don't develop into failures. Like, it's a very cool experience, and I've never had a teaching experience like that, and super grateful for her. So if there was one course that I know that I would want to do all year long, it would definitely be that entrepreneurship course. And I'm really excited to keep the company going after the uni. So outside of school, it's been fun as well. I haven't really gotten to do too much stuff. Like, I've gotten to party a little bit. I've made a lot of good friends where we hang out after school and stuff like that. But other than that, I've been trying to develop myself as a person. Building relationships with other people, making sure my communication skills are getting better. Physically, I'm trying to be very active and trying to go to the gym, running and cycling throughout the week. Lately, I've been kind of slacking on that because I have midterms coming up, but just 2 days ago, I went on a 2-hour bike ride. It was super fun. It was amazing. I've been just trying to stay active. Obviously, the one thing that I am doing right now, like crazy, is watching what I eat. I'm tracking all my macros. Micros, not so much, because, yeah, I eat healthy, so I know most of my micros I'm getting. Plus, if I am ever feeling under the weather like I am right now, I have a lot of multivitamin tabs that I can just pop in a glass of water and get like 30 different vitamins all in one go, and minerals. So it's like, I know I'm pretty set on micros as well. But mainly, I've just been tracking macros. I've been lowering myself down in calories. Right now, I'm at 1,900 a day, and yeah, I was just at the post office, and I still have 800 calories left for the day, and I was just kind of checking. I was like, how much food have I actually eaten today? Like, how mass wise, what have I had? And I checked and I added it all up, and I've had 1,100 calories, and with 1,100 calories, I ate a kilo of food. Like, that's crazy. I ate so many sweet potatoes, so much chicken, oatmeal, bananas, apples, and carrots. That's been my day. So breakfast, obviously, the oatmeal, apple, banana, and then for lunch, I just had sweet potatoes, carrots, and chicken. And throughout the day, I've consumed a kilo of food, but only 1,100 calories, which is just so insane to me. Yeah, it blows me away. So now I have a good 800 calories left for the rest of the day, and It's already 4:20 in the afternoon, so 4:20. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna have a nice dinner tonight. So yeah, I've been watching what I eat. I'm outside a lot, which is amazing. Right now, the weather in Amsterdam is amazing. So every chance I get, I ride my bike over to a park, bring my laptop, bring my school notes, bring a book, uh, some food, whatever it is, and I just go there and I chill and I do my studying, and then yeah, I get to be outside, which is amazing. Another thing that I've picked up that I've been doing a lot lately, actually, is playing pool. I've been playing a lot of pool with Alexi. He lives like right by the uni, um, right by my uni, and he has a pool table in a student residence. So, like 2 or 3 times a week after class, we'll just go over. We'll play like 5 or 6 games, and then I'll go home. But it's just so much fun because it's like I don't know. It's just me and him talking about stuff, playing pool. And he's really good at pool as well. So he's like kicking my ass every time. So I know that I'm getting better because he used to beat me like 0-5, 0-5, 0-5. Like when we did like 3 times a week, that would be the score. He'd win 15 games in a week and I'd win 0. But I just went yesterday and I got 2 games on him. It ended 2-3 for him. So I'm pretty hyped about that. I'm getting better. I know I am. I don't know, maybe I'll go play tonight again. I'll ask. I'll see what he's doing. What else have I been doing outside of school? Podcast. This podcast is so much fun, honestly. Like every week I'm looking forward to doing a podcast. Although I didn't know what I wanted to do this week, I don't know. I really enjoy talking. I enjoy speaking my thoughts, and even if I'm not saying it to anyone, knowing that I'm recording it and then I'll be able to listen back to it later or whenever I want, it's just such a cool feeling to be able to express yourself like that because I don't know. It's just I don't know. I always talk to myself anyway, so like this is just like an extended version of that. I get to like really develop my thoughts and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. And to be honest, this is the first one that I've ever recorded that wasn't on Friday. So today is the 16th of May, which is a Thursday, and this is the first time I've ever recorded a podcast not on a Friday because tomorrow's my birthday and my family's coming to town, so I know that I won't have any time to do any of that. But yeah, like the whole week I did a plan for it. I wrote it all out. I was chilling. I was trying to read through it and see what kind of things I could come up with. And now it's just fun to actually talk it out and develop thought. I don't know. It's one of my favorite things to do every week. So yeah, and then once uni's over, obviously summer break. Although my summer break isn't really that long. I have like the end of June. I'm done like June 21st. So I have from June 21st until September 3rd. I actually don't know how many months that is. That might be... Yeah, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I might have a long summer. I don't know. I don't know months very well. June, July, August, September, right? August, September, right? So I have like 3 months basically. Is that right? No. No, I have less than 3 months. All right, I don't know. I don't know how long I have, to be honest with you, but I know that's my summer from end of June till the beginning of September. And in that, I'm going to be going, well, hopefully, I'll be going to Italy for a week with a few family friends. The only thing that would stop me is if I wouldn't pass my exams because my resit week is in that week where I want to go to Italy. So if I don't pass my exams, I'm going to be so pissed at myself because I won't be able, yeah, I'll literally just have to stay here and study. Um, I might still have my apartment during the summer, which is kind of a positive and a negative. Negative is I gotta pay for it throughout the summer, even if I'm not living here, which I mean, I'm not gonna be here that often just because I want to save money, and groceries for me takes up a lot of money because I like eating healthy and I like eating good food. So I buy good products, but it really starts like racking up the cost. So if I can be at home where I have my parents paying for groceries and still getting good food, like I'm always going to opt for that just so I can save my money. Um, but yeah, if I still have this apartment during summer, it'll be super cool because I can just come here with a couple of friends. We can hang out for a week, go back, like we can do whatever we want. It'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, I'll be in Germany for a while. I'll be there for last week of June, and then the second and third week of July, and then probably most of August. So I'll be there for a bit, but I'm also going to Liechtenstein this summer, which I'm really excited about. I haven't been in since last summer, I think. Probably. Maybe. Maybe before that, maybe last spring. I don't know. But I'm really excited to do that because that's going to be like a super outdoorsy trip with my dad and my grandpa. We're going to be doing a lot of hiking, a lot of mountain biking, a lot of expeditions, like road biking, everything. Which will be super fun because I know my dad, he has a couple of knee problems, so I don't know how much longer I'll actually be able to do that kind of stuff with him. And I mean, he is already 48, so I mean, it's not that much, but once you've had a couple of knee surgeries, like it does get kind of brutal for you to try and keep up with a 19-year-old that I can, you know, I can move for a while. Um, Also, another thing I have to do this summer is move out of Amsterdam and then move back into Amsterdam. Hopefully, if I still have my apartment, then I don't think that'll happen, but um, we have to see what date we can move in because the apartment Basti and I wanted to get is there's like a whole situation going on there where one of the people doesn't want to leave but the other does, so we don't know what's happening there. But the earliest we would be able to move in there is October, and if our uni starts in September, like we have a month where we got to live somewhere but not in an apartment. So I think we might just rent an Airbnb for a month, like somewhere outside of the city, so it doesn't cost that much, but then we'd just be there basically until we can move in. And like I said, I'm getting an apartment with Basti next year, a close friend of mine from ISD. I'm super excited about that. That'll be a lot of fun, I feel like, because living on my own right now, it's like cool. I get to be on my own schedule. No one bothers me. I don't bother anyone else. But you know, sitting in an apartment late at night, wishing you had someone with you to just chat shit or whatever you want to do, like I don't know. Sometimes I miss that, and I know next year with someone there, I'll be able to always be talking with someone. I'll have conversation, like. And living with Busty for a couple of years, like we're gonna be so close. We're gonna know everything about each other. It'll be a lot of fun. Um, and then yeah, I don't know if this still counts as summer break, but like I have to train for it during summer break. I'm running a marathon at the end of the year, which will be yeah, that'll be challenging. I don't really like cardio that much, but uh, yeah, I just opted for a marathon to challenge myself, I guess. I don't know. I need to start training, like seriously training, running every day is July 1st. So right now I'm still trying to enjoy my time riding my bike, playing football, stuff like that. Like I'm still trying to enjoy other forms of exercise because I feel like cuz like I've looked at the training plan a couple times and it is intense. Like I'm running like um it was all in miles and I had to convert it. So I know that most like my average running week is going to be 40 miles, so multiply that by 1.6. uh it's about 60, a little bit more than 60 kilometers, which is kind of crazy. Like I don't know, I'm not, I think it might be 62 kilometers. If that's right, that's insane. um but I'm not really looking forward to it, but then again I am, because I want to be able to have done a marathon at some point in my life, and right now I'm in pretty good shape. Like I have a lot of time to focus on my health and everything, so I feel like right now is like a really good time to do that because I don't want to do it once I'm older and I'm not taking sport as seriously anymore and then have to really train to get back into it. So I just decided, why not? My whole family's running the mini marathon, and it's actually going to be here in October, which will be really cool. Talking about that, actually, I have to make dinner reservations for that night, so I don't forget. Good, I said it on a podcast. I won't forget. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I feel like that'll be a really cool way to like end my year off, and then obviously after running, I can really start putting time into other stuff again, like cycling or weightlifting or whatever I decide at that point that I want to do. Um, but yeah, I'm just really excited to see what the rest of the year holds for me, and I'm really, really happy with how this year's gone so far. I have a couple of midterms next week, which is going to be stressful. It is stressful right now. Even recording this podcast, I feel kind of guilty taking 30 minutes of recording, have to edit for like 30 minutes and then post it. I feel guilty for that time that I'm not spending studying, but still, I know that I need a little break to do something else and kind of get my mind focused on something else so I can go back to studying later and actually be like the studying is effective, not that I'm just reading to read. Um, but yeah, I'm super happy with how this year's gone so far, and I really can't wait to see what the rest is gonna be looking like. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope to see you guys next week. And yeah, I hope that you guys are having a great year so far too. Peace.